Today's video will be on the educated idiots, the people who say, I have a degree, so I'm educated. Now, let's be clear. People that I'm talking about are not, the doctors and nurses. I respect those people. Those people are actually smart people. I'm talking about the people who say, I have a degree because their degree is in something like sociology or gender studies. Those are the type of degrees they have. They think because they have a degree in gender studies, you're a dumbass and they're a smart person. Now, first, let me tell you about this real life story, real life experience. Now, I knew someone who was like this. He talked about his degree in sociology, and we had a talk on economics, and he bragged that he studied economics in a college. By the way, the type of economics they study in college are most likely Keynesian economics. So he bragged about that. But then he starts bringing up religion and he tried to argue why Jesus is black. So, because he has a degree in these sociology and race based type collectivism, because he talked about how pro Christian and pro black he is. A few times when speaking to him, he said Fidel Castro was a good guy. See, so he's not educated, he's completely indoctrinated. He has those type of degrees and those type things and done nothing with his life still. This guy I mentioned is a family friend, and the family really did not like him. These are the people who brag about their DEI training and they tell you males can be females and they want to change the definition of male and female and say they're so smart. I knew someone one time and she said, whoever doesn't know gender studies is an idiot. When it's like gender studies is completely useless and not at all objective. They want to remove the objective definitions of male and female. So, what would be the point of knowing gender studies? How are you educated because you know gender studies? Gender studies is equally as useless as sociology. A amazing YouTuber named Existence University, he has a video on why sociology is useless and evil. But I was just making the point that gender studies is equally as useless as sociology. These people are the same idiots who say they support the LGBT, they support feminism, the transgender ideology. They are those type of idiots, and they have complete loyalty to Islam because that is what the political left has become, Islamic fundamentalist. And that is whose dick they are sucking. Sorry to use that language, but that's what they're doing. They're sucking the dick of Islam. A religion that wants to kill gay people, atheists, Christians, and everyone who disagrees with them. They want to kill all non believers. And these people support that religion. That is what they become. These educated idiots are nothing but a bunch of woke socialists and Islamic fundamentalists. That is a part of their religion. That is the religion of the political left wing. These people do nothing but protest. They are completely lazy. They have no jobs. Either their parents pay for all of their things, or, they probably get paid to protest and do nothing. So they just protest about Israel and Palestine and things like that. They got upset over, this war being over. To me, the war is not over, but they got upset because, the war is considered over because protesting pays their bills and everything, because they're absolutely lazy. They're straight up degenerates. They are the definition of parasites. These people don't even know their rights as citizens. I have met people like this who say they hate the Bill of Rights, they hate the Constitution, they hate the Declaration of Independence, they hate the United States. They try to say, oh, this is stolen land. Nonsense like that. They would say these things and like they just despise freedom, but that's for another video. But these people, they don't know how government works. That's why they support welfare and social programs, is because they don't understand the proper functions of government. That is why these educated idiots are not educated. There is nothing educated about them. So they can waive their gender studies degrees all they want. But that's pretty much all I had to say for this video. I'll see you all later. Bye.